Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a full review of the Apple Pencil Generation 1 and taking a look at how I've been able to use it during this past school semester for taking all my notes digitally, and whether you should really look into this device and checking out whether you should buy it or if you should just skip on this device. Also, it would really help my channel if you left a like and even subscribed if you want more videos just like this one. More videos are on the way, so hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss them. So this review is going to be comprised of pros and cons of the Apple Pencil, and from those pros and cons, you can really decide whether you want to pick up this device or whether you want to skip on it and buy something that is a little bit cheaper. So the first pro of the Apple Pencil is that it is always on and does not need to be connected multiple times. The Apple Pencil connects once by plugging it into the iPad and does not need to be connected any more times afterwards unless the iPad is restarted. So this is a benefit for the Apple Pencil because you don't actually need to connect it multiple times. As soon as you connect it that first initial time, there is no pairing process that you actually have to deal with after that, and that is a really huge convenience for you if you're taking notes digitally and if you want to take notes quickly. And the fact that it's always on is a really huge benefit because you don't have to mess around with turning it on and off, trying to save battery. And we will be talking about the battery in a little bit, but the fact that it's always on and always ready just makes it really easy for you to get started with your work and get started with taking your notes digitally. And it really makes the process of getting started with taking your notes really easy. Now, yes, I know that the connection method to the Apple Pencil is a little bit weird, but trust me, it isn't that bad. No matter what people say, no matter what my classmates think, it really isn't that bad if you think about it. But we'll be talking about that a little bit later. The second pro of the Apple Pencil is that it is very comfortable in the hand. Now, if you saw my Logitech crayon review, then you know that the carpenter style pencil that the Logitech crayon had was honestly kind of uncomfortable for me as a student. When I was taking notes with the aluminum body of the Logitech crayon, I found that I could maybe go 20 minutes without feeling some sort of discomfort in my hand, but you will not find that with the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil is long and round, just like a natural pencil and just like how a pencil should be, and that makes writing with the Apple Pencil very comfortable. So if you're taking a lot of notes digitally, you can definitely count on the Apple Pencil for being comfortable in the hand because of its shape. The third pro for the Apple Pencil is that it has a very long battery life that does not drain fast. The Apple Pencil for me lasts a full day of school, and even coming home and doing my homework, it lasts the entire time, and I might have to charge this thing once every 3 or 4 days depending on the amount of usage that I have with it. And obviously if you use the Apple Pencil more, you're going to have to charge it more often, but this has a huge battery life that does not drain fast, and the fact that it stays on the entire time and keeps that battery life is pretty amazing. The battery is also available through the battery widget section on your iPad, so you can easily check what the status of your pencil is and whether you need to charge it. And even though it does not power off, it can be kept alive for a long period of time, which is a really huge benefit to somebody who's taking a lot of digital notes. It has 12 hours of always on battery life that is readily available for your use. If you are running low, it can be charged into other Lightning devices to charge, which is a huge benefit for this device because I found myself in class where maybe I've forgotten to charge the pencil once in a while, and I can easily just plug it in for 5 minutes and easily have 30 minutes of writing time available for me. Not only does the Apple Pencil charge really fast from your other device, it doesn't absorb that much battery life, and it also really maximizes the amount of time that you can use with the battery life that you've obtained from said device. So if you're running low, plugging this into one of your other Lightning devices is a really huge benefit, and yes, I know it plugs in really stupidly, but having the ability to just plug it in and quickly get that extra 30 minutes or even an hour of writing that you need to get through the day is a really huge benefit for this device. The fourth pro of this Apple Pencil is the pressure sensitivity that makes writing look way more realistic. So if you don't already know, pressure sensitivity basically means that the harder that you press with the Apple Pencil, the thicker the stroke will be, and you can get some really cool effects by adjusting the way that you tilt your pencil or the amount of pressure that you put, and it really makes writing and drawing more realistic. You can really do some professional drawing or artwork on Procreate. I mean, I'm not talented on Procreate at all, but I can definitely say that writing and drawing on this definitely feels like you're actually using a piece of paper because you're getting those strokes that you'd actually get with a pencil. The writing is natural just like you'd find in real life. So if you're going to be using this to write, you're definitely going to get a really good experience that makes it look really realistic while doing it. And now something that I find that people don't mention a lot is that it can be charged with the box adapter. There's an adapter that comes in the box when you unbox the Apple Pencil. I think that I'm going to be showing an Apple Pencil unboxing while this video is playing on, but basically it does not need to be charged through the iPad the whole time, which some people make it seem to be. The Apple Pencil can be charged at night with the adapter and plugged in just like any of your other Lightning devices, and this adapter comes in the box. You don't need to buy it. And it makes charging the Apple Pencil really easily, and I find that I'm only charging from another device if it's an emergency and I quickly need to finish taking some notes or using my Apple Pencil and I'm just running low on some battery. But in terms of actually trying to charge the device itself, I'm not going to plug it into my iPad. First of all, it looks really weird, and definitely it could break because it's just hanging on by this little Lightning connector, and I definitely don't want this expensive device to break. So charging it through the adapter that comes in the box by plugging in a Lightning cable is definitely the way to go, and that's a huge pro that it seems like a lot of people aren't talking about. The fact that you can charge it like any other Lightning device without having that stupid looking charging method from the iPad itself. Now, some of the cons for the Apple Pencil, you'll find that it's an actually very short list because the Apple Pencil is simply just such a great product. So firstly, one of the cons, it's definitely not the connection method, because the connection method, even though it's connecting through Bluetooth, you'll find that you can connect it really seamlessly and really quickly, even though it is a Bluetooth connection. Now, a product like, let's say, the Logitech Crayon doesn't even need to connect with Bluetooth to your iPad, and it just connects way more seamlessly. But if you actually just plug in the Apple Pencil, yes, I know it looks dumb, but if you plug in the Apple Pencil to your device, it will seamlessly and quickly connect to your device without even having to go into the settings or anything like that. So even though it is a Bluetooth device, you don't necessarily have to go into the settings and then go into Bluetooth and then connect it like that. You can just plug it in and then it'll be easily connected to your device. Now, a con for this device is that it is slippery and can roll off of your desk. Now, I did talk about how the round body is really comfortable, but even though it looks really nice, the fact of the matter is that round objects roll, and this can roll easily off your desk. Now, the Apple Pencil can sustain a fair bit of height from dropping off. I've definitely dropped this on desks and sometimes even on the floor, and it's been completely fine. But you're just gonna have to keep that in mind, that the body is not only slippery, but that it can easily roll off your desk. And with this clean white design, you're just gonna have to expect the fact that dust and debris is going to easily get attracted to your device. Now, because it is slippery, it can be easily cleaned off, but just keep that in mind. And finally, the last con for this device is the price tag. At $129 Canadian, this is definitely not a cheap product. It has advantages over the competition, but may not be worth the higher price tag. You're just going to have to know within yourself what your budget is and what you're going to be using this for. The Apple Pencil really does bring a lot of pros to your device and to your writing, but at $129, for a student who might be on a tight budget, this simply may not be worth it, and you can definitely get for less. So, what is my overall conclusion? My overall conclusion is that this is a great product. The Apple Pencil is a really good stylus for writing and drawing, or even as a pointer device. Because of just how intuitive it is with your iPad, it can really change up the way that you use it. And it is a really good writing experience and drawing experience for your iPad. I've been using this for a while, and I can definitely conclude that it is a good writing experience. Plus, you can also get these sick pencil tricks. The $129 price tag, if you can afford it, it is way worth it because of the advantages and the clean body and the overall pros compared to the minor cons. It is definitely worth the extra money that you would spend on it. But if you can't, or if you won't get the value out of it, like for example the pressure sensitivity, then it is not worth the asking price. If you can't afford to spend this money on this accessory, it's not the end of the world. There are definitely cheaper options out there that can basically get the same thing done. The Apple Pencil itself though, if you can afford it, is just a really good accessory to have with your iPad and works really well. But if you can't, no worries, because it is at a high price that only people who are willing to spend the extra money on it would really get the benefit out of it. So I hope this helps you make your decision for whether you want to buy the Apple Pencil or not. And I hope you can see the pros and cons of this device and make a good conclusion for yourself, whether you think that you should buy it or whether you think you should save the extra money and go for something cheaper. So if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like, as it lets me know that you've enjoyed this style of video. And if you have any other recommendations or you have something better that you've found, leave it in the comments, as I read them all and I answer them all. If I've missed anything, leave a comment and it'll definitely get answered. Until then, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.